Hello, Marta. Here is some week 7 video feedback for you. Marta, you provided 2 excellent sitemaps, one of them coded, one of them illustrated. And I see that you scaled down your expectations, and I think that was wise. Both of the sitemaps illustrate the overall complexity and depth of your website. Your design for your website is engaging visually, and you've applied what little we've learned about visual theories and user experiences. I see that your web page is annotated very thoroughly. Good job on that. Consider your wireframe sketches as part of your annotations for your visual process, and then your meta comments in your HTML for your technical process. You've used a variety of image file formats, JPEGs. Consider making this logo transparent. That way it would float as well on top of an image as it does on a gray solid. Marta, I really like the way that you annotated your wireframe. It gives me a very clear idea of what changes were necessary for you to make. Marta, your typographic hierarchy is good. The first thing I notice is the logo. See if you can move this away, maybe some cell padding, or maybe add some white pixels to the left of that, just so that things don't butt up against the rules. Here too, perhaps a bit of cell padding would be nice. Similarly, these rules come a little bit close to the top. Perhaps if you could just drop the type just slightly, or dispense with the rules. Although they do reflect some of the hairlines in your layout. Now here's one thing. You probably don't need to use tables if you're going to use cascading style sheets. Now I know this is kind of a major adjustment at the end of the term. You'll be using the div tag and the span tag and the container tag. They can function similar to tables, but I was hoping that you would learn more precise ways of positioning ingredients than tables. Perfectly acceptable though, so don't concern yourself about scrambling to convert everything to CSS. Now, while I see you have a link to a external style sheet, and it's really nice, this would be also the place to put your formatting, and not the table in the body of the HTML. Hope that makes sense. Now, I'm assuming that you wrote this page either in brackets or perhaps advanced to Dreamweaver. Is that correct? Well, in any case, you now have experience with a dedicated web editor. Congratulations. Something to put in your resume. Your navigation functions well, and it appears in the same place on every page. Perhaps a little bit of shifting there, but it doesn't eat up too much vertical space, and I get most of the contents of a page in a single screen. It's really hard to anticipate what platform or format you'll be able to see or what your website will look like on. You've been able to upload files and also beginning to organize them. Now, I just wanted to make you aware of organizing your website. It's not something that has to be, or your web server has to be completed for the end of the term. It was just something to make you aware of file management. You've done a really great job though, Marta. Marta, I don't see any grammatical errors or spelling errors throughout your website, but nonetheless, try to get somebody with an objective pair of eyes, an English major perhaps, to look at your website. Good going. I've enjoyed your presence in class, and I look forward to seeing you refine this for the final.